Hi sweeties, how are you all doing? Hope you all are doing great. In today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to make this beautiful butterfly gown with a lapel. I made this beautiful gown with a 3 years of bell-less fabrics, and I use silk taffeta fabrics for the lapel. So in case you are interested in knowing how I made this gown, please make sure you watch this video to the end, and please don't forget to hit the like, share and subscribe button. Let's quickly get started. So this is my fabrics. I folded it twice and that gave me about 4 layers, as you can see. Can you see that? There's 4 layers there. So I will go ahead and take all my vertical measurements. I'm cutting both the front part of this dress and the back part together. So the first measurement I will take is my back neck depth, which is 1 inch. So from there, from my shoulder, I went down by 10 inches. And this 10 inches will serve as my bust point. So the next measurement I will take is my half length measurement from my shoulder to my half length, which is 16.5 inches. So after that, the next measurement I took was my hip line measurement. From my shoulder to my hip is 24 inches. So my neck width is 3.25 inches. So from my neck, I will take the length of my sleeve, which is 26 inches from the middle of my back neck. So the next measurement I will take is my shoulder measurement. So I will go to my bust point. I will take the same 8 inches, then I will connect the line. So I will go ahead and take my bust measurement from my bust point line. So I will add 2 inches to my bust measurement for ease. So I will go to my half length line. I will take my round half length measurement. That's my round under bust down to where my stomach stop. So I'll connect the line. Because this is a butterfly, you have to take all your body measurements. So I'll go to my hip. I will take my hip measurements, my hip circumference. I will add 2 inches to it for ease, because this dress, despite it's a butterfly, your shape has to show, but the owner doesn't want it to be so tight. So I will take whatever measurement I have around my hip. I will take it down to the down part of my dress. So I will trim out the back neck depth. So from my sleeve length part, that's the end of my dress, I will now connect my shoulder slope. So I'll trim it out. Then I will trim out every excess. Remember, that's the only thing I'm going to trim out, because this is a butterfly gown. So I'm going to stitch on the place where I take all the measurements. Where I put all my measurement, that's where I'm going to stitch. I'm going to stitch it down, and I'm stitching the front part, remember. So I will remove the one inside. The one inside is going to serve as my back part. Then I will now concentrate on the front part. I will take my neck depth. So from the former 1 inch I've cut out, I will come down by 8 inches. I'll go in from there by 2 inches. Then I'll connect it to the neck. Can you see? I'll connect it to my neck width. Then I will now measure 2 inches down. So this is the front part where I'm going to sew in my lapel. I'll measure 2 inches down, and I'll connect the line. Remember, I measured 8 inches from my shoulder, and that 8 inches will serve as my front neck depth. So I'll go ahead and cut it out from the 8 inches before I will now cut out the down parts. So the 8 inches is where my front neck depth will stop. So I'll make a notch there for easy identification when I'll be attaching my lapel. So I will now open it. Can you see? So I'll go ahead and join my shoulder. After joining my shoulder, I will now take the measurement from my center back neck. I will take my measurement down. You know, I've already used bias to turn the side of my dress. So I did that off camera. So I used bias to turn it. That's the 2 sides of my dress. So I will notch at the center back of my dress. Then I will take the measurement so that I will use it and cut out my lapel. I'll measure it down. So this is the material I'm using for my lapel, the silk taffeta. So I iron hasty on it. So I will fold it into 2. The width of my lapel is going to be 4 inches. So the 1 inch is for the sewing allowance. So from the beginning where I fold, I will come down by 12 inches because I'm going to stitch from that 12 inches. I will stitch the middle. So I will measure the center of my lapel. So the center is where I'm going to stitch. So I'm going to stitch here. You see where this line is, I'm going to stitch it down. You know, my lapel, my dress has a slit at the front, so I'm going to stop where my slit will start. So I will now, after stitching it, I will now turn it, then I'll go ahead and iron it properly. Can you see? So from the upper part of my lapel where I didn't stitch, so that's where I'm going to stitch from. I'm going to stitch it from the middle of my back neckline to the front parts where my front neck depth will stop. You see what I'm doing? I'll go ahead and give it a good press. Can you see? So this opening side is the slit part, the down part of my dress. So this is the simplest way to get your lapel done whenever you're making this kind of dress. It's very, very simple. Okay, you see, after ironing, I will now notch the center. So I'm going to stitch it from the center back of my neck. So I'll stitch it from the right side. Can you see? So I'll do that to the both side. See, I'm done stitching my lapel to the main dress. So I'll iron it properly. We're almost done with this dress. Please guys, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe, like, share so that others will see this video and learn from it. So I will iron. After ironing, I will now stitch it. Remember, we are going to stitch this on the front parts because it's a butterfly dress. So I'll go ahead and trim out all the excesses. Can you see? So I'll arrange my dress. You see the part where I turn with bias. So I'll arrange my dress, then I'll go ahead and input all my measurements. So I will pin it. I'll use a pin to hold it. Can you see what I'm doing? So from my shoulder, I will come down by 10 inches. That's my bust point. That's where I'm going to stitch from. So I will now take my measurement there, my bust measurements. I'm taking my measurement from the front part of my dress because it's a butterfly gown. So I'll input my bust measurements. So I'll use pin to hold it. Then I will come down again from my shoulder to my half length, 16.5 inches. So I'll take that part of measurement, my round under bust, the round of my half length. So I will input the measurements. So I'm taking my measurement from the center of my lapel because that's the center of my dress. The center part. Then I will take my hip measurements from my shoulder. I will measure my hip line which is 24. My hip line is between 24 inches and 26 inches. So I'll take my hip measurement from there. Then I will add the 2 inches allowance because this butterfly is not going to be very tight. It's going to be somehow loose on the client. So I'll input my hip measurement plus 2 inches. You can use 1 inch if you want. You can use 1.5. It depends on what you want to achieve. It depends on what your client wants. If your client wants it very tight, you can input maybe 1 or 1.5. Just 1 inch is okay. 1 inch is okay. So I will take the same hip measurement to the down part of my dress. So I will take it down. Take that same measurement down. Please guys, have you hit that subscribe button in front of you? Have you subscribed to my channel? Have you given this video a thumbs up? Please don't forget to do that. Thank you so very much. So I'll do the same thing to the other side. So that is it about this butterfly. It's very simple and it's very beautiful. So after doing all this, I will now go ahead and sew in the button at the front of the dress. Thank you so very much guys for watching. See you in our next video. Bye.